right, guys, I want to talk about the active hypertrophy session design format we're going to be using in this next cycle. It's going to help if everyone understands this on the front side. It will speed up the explanation process in the gym. And if you're an online athlete, then you can just watch this video once. You're going to understand what the main idea is. First off, you're going to see these sessions. Every other training session will be an active hypertrophy session. They're going to be pretty comprehensive in regards to hypertrophy training, upper body, lower body, and supplemental work. But we're going to combine that with aerobic capacity. So we're kind of trying to kill two birds with one stone here. It has to be aerobic in nature. We do not want the movement you're going to be doing in between each of these rounds to tax you enough to where it's going to negatively impact the hypertrophy training. So we need to go at an easy pace. It is active rest is what we're looking here, okay? So we're going to start off each session with a short, light, quick warm-up complex. It may be kettlebell specific, dumbbell specific, or barbell specific. It needs to be loaded light enough we're able to move through this complex with the prescribed number of rounds without having to stop and rest, without having to do soft tissue or single mode or anything like that. We want to be able to cycle through 4 rounds of that complex very quickly, get it done like in 4, 5, 6 minutes, okay? So that way we have the remainder of the training session to actually knock out our primary 3 blocks. So we're gonna have 2 primary hypertrophy circuits and then kind of a supplemental one, all right? The first one's always going to be upper body in nature. You're gonna see multiple exercises. And then the second one's gonna be lower body in nature. You're gonna see multiple exercises. And then supplemental work will be arm hypertrophy, forearm, or calf work, okay? Now, we're gonna be doing 5 rounds of each of these circuits. And on our primaries, we're gonna have 2 minutes of active rest, okay? That means 2-minute single mode choice or an easy 300-meter run, okay? It needs to be done in an easy pace. It's not work capacity, it's not sprinting, it's a nice slow jog. Your goal is to actively rest for 2 minutes. For both the first and second primary, we'll do 2 minutes. For the secondary or supplemental work, what we'll be doing is only 1 minute. All right? We want to make sure we can get all this done within a 1-hour time frame. And if we had too much active recovery there, we might not be able to make that happen. So on that third circuit, that supplemental circuit, you're going to see only 1 minute single mode of choice. Okay? Volume. We have not assigned volume to any of the exercises because it's going to be variable. Basically, we want you somewhere between 6 and 15 reps with a max reps minus 3 kind of approach. So you should not be going to failure. You're basically going to go until it starts to burn, for lack of a better word, and feel pretty confident that if you wanted to, you could do 3 or 4 more reps. So what's going to happen is that you may notice that as you move through the 5 rounds, that number of max reps minus 3 may kind of start to drop after a few rounds because you start to get tired, you start to become fatigued. As long as you stay within that 6 to 15 rep window, right, and you're still taking max reps minus 3 for that round, you're good, all right? Most of your volume should probably be in the 8 to 12 range, that standard hypertrophy volume. But if you notice you start to fatigue and you get down to 7 or 6, that's fine. Just keep working, right? That first round, if you notice you go all the way to 20 and you still have reps in the tank, okay, you need to add weight. So basically what's going to happen is that we want to fall within this volume right here, this 6 to 15. So you're going to go by feel or perceived effort. And if you find yourself going up and beyond, we need to add weight. If you find yourself getting pushed down, like say round 3, you're only able to get like 5 reps, we need to go down in weight, okay? Ideally, if you're shooting for that 8 to 12 window and with that 2-minute single mode, you probably are going to be able to stay well within this range and not get too close to the left or right limit. Okay? Loading is going to be, like I said, variable. It's going to be influenced by the volume you're doing. If you go above or beyond, you got to go up or down in weight. Final note about this design is that you're going to be continuously moving. You're not going to do part 1, stop, get water, reset. You're going to go immediately from our first circuit to our second circuit to our third circuit. So it's going to end up being a 45 to 50 minute continuous block. If you need water, no big deal. Drink while you're moving. Okay? If for some reason the lift is a little more on the technical side, that's all right. You can take a breath or two, get set up, make sure you have good position, and then move the load. But there is no stopping, there's no sitting down, there's no walking, there's no like taking 30 or 40 seconds. The idea is that we want you continuously moving and lifting for the full duration, which would be roughly 45 to 50 minutes. All right, guys, if you have questions on how to execute this, send us an email, let us know, or grab a coach if you're in person here at the gym.